In Christ alone will I glory, though I could pride myself in battles won. For I've been blessed beyond measure, and by His strength alone I'll overcome. Oh, I could stop and count successes like diamonds in my hands, but those trophies could not equal to the grace by which I stand. In Christ alone I place my trust and find my glory in the power of the cross. In every victory, let it be said of me, my source of strength, my source of hope is Christ alone. In Christ alone do I glory, for only by His grace I am redeemed. For only tender mercy could reach beyond my weakness to my need. And now I seek no greater honor in just to know Him more, and to count my gains but losses to the glory of my Lord. In Christ alone I place my trust and find my glory in the power of the cross. In every victory, let it be said of me, my source of strength, my source of hope. In Christ alone I place my trust and find my glory in the power of the cross. And every victory, let it be said of me, my source of strength, my source of hope is Christ alone. My source of strength, my source of hope in Christ alone.
Kung ang mga cooperative magabulig sa komunidad, sino ang magabulig sa ila?
Sa likod sa madamo subong nga madilag-on nga mga kooperative sa bilog nga Pilipinas, gani sa siningapon man makahibalo po kita sang additional pa nga mga impormasyon parte sini mga madilag-on nga mga kooperatiba pinagi sa atong bisita subong kay Attorney Bong.
Yes, kag kabalo-bala kita nga may ara sa mga opisina nga ang manug-obra amo ang mga tawo nga nagabulig sa mga cooperative nga maglig-on kag mag-uswag.
Ag sa siningapo no aton gid we are blessed nga ari kita upod naton si Atty. Bong nga sa din nagarepresent sang PCDO o Provincial Cooperative Development Office nga diri na sa Iloilo sa Iloilo Province. Kag siya may madamo pa nga inugsaysay para sa sining wala pagid madiscovery kag wala pagid mahanas nga mga membro sang cooperative naton sa bilog nga Visayas kag Mindanao.
Yes, kay ang pag-uswag mga kauturan, no, isa ka komunidad, hindi lang sa panguna sa diri no nga dapat naton kilalahon.
Kabalabag lang mga obyanan nga sa subong nga panag-o, no, madamo sa mga nag-exist na mga cooperatives nga daw inosente pagid attorney no sang mga palatakaran, mga proseso kung paano pagid mag-uswag ang ilang mga kooperatiba. Kani sa siling ko we are blessed nga ari kita subong a man in authority sa pag-discuss sa sining mga palmangkotanon nga sarang mabaluan sang aton mga kabyanan nga membro sang cooperatives sa bilog sa nga Visayas kag sang Mindanao.
Yes, kag importante man nga aton mahibaluan ang mga nagatrabaho sa likod sang ini nga mga inisyatibo nga nagahatag sang oportunidad kag nagapalig-on sang pagpangabuhian kag nagapadayon sa diwa sang pagbuliganay.
Ako naman si Pastor Sandy Takapan, ang ADRA coordinator diri sa West Visayan Conference.
Yes, kag ako naman si Glance Lapostre kag ini ang Uswag Livelihood Conversation.
Sa liwat mayong hapon gid sa aton mga kabyanan, mga kaigsuonan diya sa sa Mindanao, diya sa Visayas, Cebu, Samar, Litim, maupay nga hapon sa inyo. Kag sa aton mga kabyanan diya sa Iloilo, mayong hapon gid sa inyo sa Mindanao. Hindi kita kabalam ambal Muslim pero sigapon ang atong gamiton attorney siguro Ilonggo kag Cebuano kay mas madamo kita nga Ilonggo nga mga listeners dira sa Mindanao kag diri sa Visayas. By the way, ang ngalan sang project subong sang ADRA Philippines ang sang Responsible Investment and Shared Empowerment o kon RISE diri sa Visayas kag Mindanao. Kag inyo gid nga makabenepisyo ikamo siyang lubos sang mga services nga gina-offer sa sining program nga project sang ADRA Philippines.
Yes, and hindi gid ka magkalipat mga kauturan to follow our page no, Rice Bisman and Hope Channel Bukidnon and also the Hope Channel Western Visayas. And sa sining nga mga tinion mga kauturan no, sa aton nga mga viewers no, sa sining nga episode, before ang aton discussion may ara kita sing palamangkotanon diri no, ang pamangkot diri is ano bala ang aton kinahanglan? Ano bala ang kinahanglan sang isa ka cooperative agud magmalig-on kag magmalampuson. And pastor, sa imo nga pamatsyag ano ang ilang nga kinahanglan?
Of course, nabis ang atong mga members ng cooperatives nag-seminar sa CDA at no? Agod nga sila aware sila sa mga protocols, mga requirements, agod nga sila mangin progressive ang ilang cooperative. Sa di nga cooperative siguro mag-undergo sila sa seminar sang CDO o kon ini nga agency. Agod nga sa din mangin manami ang ilang pagpalakat ang flow sang ilang cooperative.
Yes. And also, Pastor, no, kinanglan man naton sang isa ka maayo nga liderato or a good leader, no, kag aktibo nga mga membro. And of course, no, kinahanglan before naton ma-achieve inang mga butangay na. May ara kita mahatag nga hambam ganno mga training and seminars, no, and kinahanglan naton sang suporta agud magpaligo ng ilang nga mga organisasyon kag isa sa mga mahatag ini nga type nga support sa aton nga Provincial Cooperative Development Office o kon PCDO.
Okay, pero ano gid bala ang mga papel sining gin-mention naton nga mga membro sang agency like sa sang PCDO, sang ADRA, sang CDA. Kag siguro itugot naton na si Attorney Bong among mag-speaker sa natanong kay si iyan niya expertise, no?
Yes, thank you so much for that, Pastor, no? And yes, no, aton ini hibaluon tanan, no, sa ini nga tinion, no, kaupod sang aton dinapit nga bisita or aton nga guest speaker sa sini nga kaagahon, no, or sa sini nga mga tinion, no, aton nga kaupod sa subong nga kaagahon ng aton nga Provincial Government Department Head o kon PCDO or Provincial Cooperatives Development Office sa Iloilo. No, walay liwan kundi si Attorney Arturo Cangreo. And Attorney, kumusta ikaw? And ang imo greeting sa aton mga viewers.
Maayong adlaw sa aton tanan, Pastor, kag sa aton kay Ma'am Glance, no. Thank you sa aton inyo pag-imbita sa aton sa inyong programa. Of course, ako po naton nga partner, no, from the ADRA, no. And isa mga partner naton sa aton nga mga activities towards cooperative development, no. And di lang diri sa probinsya sa Iloilo, kundi sa bilog ng mga Pilipinas, no. Our office is just a representation sa no ginahimo sa aton mga local government units when it comes to cooperative development, no. And thank you sa paghatag sa oportunidad sa aton nga makapalapnag kita sa maayong balita pagdating sa kooperatiba sa aton man mga respective ng mga members, hindi lang diri sa Iloilo, sa Visayas, kundi sa bilog man nga Mindanao, no.
Okay, Attorney. Pamangkot ako sa mo para sa clarification sa intention sa sining nga office. Ano gibala ang Provincial Cooperative Development Office?
Yes, Pastor. Una-una, ang isa ka kooperatiba, once it becomes a registered cooperative, no, under ina sa Cooperative Development Authority. No, so, bago ka mangin kooperatiba, you need to attend sa ginatawag nilang pre-registration seminar, no, to orient you of what cooperativism is all about. No? So that is a basic requirement to register with the Cooperative Development Authority. You only need around 15 people minimum and 15,000 yung share capitalization para makapatindog ka na sa isang kooperatiba. But after registering with the CDA, ang nagsalo no, sa lubrahon, no? Follow up sa mga kinanglanon sa isang kooperatiba, are usually our local government units, no, to our respective provincial cooperative development office, municipal cooperative development office, or city cooperative development office. No, according to Republic Act 11535, no, that is a law that makes mandatory the appointment of a cooperative officer in all local government units. No, so what we are doing right now is we're trying to make representations with our LGUs na sana in all municipalities sa buong Pilipinas, no, we should have cooperative development officers. No, in our case in the province of Iloilo, way back in 1991, despite na wala pang law at the time, but during the reorganization under the local government code, the governor of Iloilo at the time, no, Arthur Defensor Sr., created the office to take care of cooperative development in the province. So medyo matagal ng opisina kami. We've been operating for more than 30 plus years. So over over that period of time, no, we have developed programs and services to help our cooperatives. In our case, the primary purpose of our cooperative was to provide interventions to cooperatives through trainings, institutional development trainings, capability enhancement trainings, and at the same time, we try to help in the installation of the book of accounts and recordings of our cooperatives. No? Kasi we from our experience and our observations, what cooperatives really needs is hindi lang yung education and training, especially on the values. No? Kasi the problem that we have right now, we tend to look at cooperatives as a conduit of government services. Most politicians will tell you, and even when you ask people why are they going to join cooperatives, the idea is to come up, organize a cooperative para makakuha ng services ng gobyerno. No, thinking na makahiram ng pera. And sometimes it is the government itself that promotes that idea. You organize cooperatives, in the case, for example, of farmers cooperatives, transport cooperatives, agrarian reform cooperatives. No, they will tell you na di mo makakuha itong mga services that will be given with the government if you are not cooperative. So, to a certain degree, people are organizing cooperative for the sake of getting the funds from the government. You know? So, these are some of the values that we would like to, enlighten our members. No? Explain to them na hindi lang ganun kasimple yun. No, we don't organize cooperative just for the funds of it, but we organize cooperative because we believe in the spirit of cooperativism, of doing things together, and basically, self-sufficiency and self-reliance na tinatawag. So, that's what we're doing, capability trainings. At the same time, if there is a need for cooperatives later on to increase or expand or diversify their business, yun yung time na pumapasok kami as a financial institution. In our case, in Iloilo, like now we are implementing several programs to help our farmers. No, we call it the Mangunguma Sapnayon Farmer Support Program. So, for example, way back in 2019, we started our Mangunguma Sapnayon program with an initial funding of 100 million. Tulong yun sa mga farmers na, kasi nakikita natin, no, the traders are buying from the farmers at a very low price, 9 pesos, 10 pesos, 11 pesos at a time. So what we did was to finance our cooperatives, telling them that we have the money to finance your palay trading operations, but you should be buying at a certain minimum price, in our case, 14 pesos at a time. Bilhin nyo ng 14 pesos from the farmer so that it can, we're creating now a market where in where in the members, the farmer members can sell their produce to the government at a higher price through our cooperatives. So parang we're trying to stabilize prices in favor of the cooperative. So that's one thing that we can do, para tulungan yung mga farmers. Kasi nakikita natin laging problema, why is it that farmers are poor? Yan yung laging tanong eh. Or in the case of the agricultural sector natin, why is it that farmers are poor? Daming sagot yan. From calamity to lack of capital. And lagi sinasabi ng farmers, they are poor because mahal yung fertilizers, for example.
Yes, attorney, katawam sa very comprehensive ang explanation, attorney. Pero may mga may mga claimors subong kag may mga nang nagarali dira nga pabaya ang government nga ang mga farmers di more nga nagamudbod sila. Kadami gali sang intention kasang programa sang government labi sa Iloilo nga sa diin kung nami lang ang pag-implementar mauswag gidya ang cooperative kag ang individual.
Our problem is trying to reach out to as many farmers as we can because the medium that we are doing right now is through cooperativism, and not all farmers believe in cooperativism. If you look at our history, sometime in the 1990s, there was an old law. It's called Republic Act 6938. That's the Cooperative Code of the Philippines. And it was a time when government was saying, tulungan natin mga farmers to cooperatives. But the first thing that came into the mind of our leaders is, tulungan natin ng mga co-op, bigyan natin ng pera. I used to work with Land Bank. So, ang daming billion of pesos yung pinautang ng Land Bank. And not only Land Bank, and all other government financial institutions, para tulungan ng mga farmers to cooperatives. But to a certain degree, in my own opinion, parang nag-iba yung value system eh. Yung nga sabi natin na ito, nagpatayo ng kooperatiba, kukunin yung pera, magbibigay sila ng initial funding of say 500 pesos per member ka na ng co-op, nakakautang ng 50,000. And with very small investment of 500 pesos, nakukuha mo 50,000 sa gobyerno. So walang tinatawag na sense of ownership. Hindi nilang feel na kanila yung co-op talaga, kundi this was just funded by government. And after getting the money from the government, yun na, pag napaghati-hatian na yung pera, wala na yung value system sa kooperatiba. Kaya kami naman, what we're trying to say right now is, una-una, kailangan pag-aralan natin kooperatiba. We need to strengthen our understanding of what cooperatives is all about. No? And at the same time, try to reach out to as many farmers as possible. Kasi nakikita natin, with that negative na nangyari sa kanila because we have registered several thousands of cooperatives. In the province of Iloilo, several hundreds of cooperatives. But right now, if you look at the statistics, around half of that is already dead or dissolved cooperatives. What happened? Kasi nga, dahil sa masyadong malaking perang binigay ng gobyerno dati, na nagkawatak-watak, and to a certain degree, it really probably accelerated the death of these cooperatives. Ngayon, nahihirapan kami. Kasi halos wala nang maniniwala na magpatayo ng kooperatiba kasi sabi, dati nag-organize kami ng co-op dito, namatay ko yun pinagkati-atian na ng mga officers yung pera. So right now, if you're going to organize cooperatives, kung sasabihin ng tao, wala, nangyari yan sa amin na dati. Ganyan yun yung mangyayari ngayon. So we have to overcome that kind of mentality through continuous education and training. And that's what we are doing right now.
So klaro, attorney, ang pinaka-differential kung nga ang wala sila naguswag, iban patay sila nimo, patay na almost 40%. Maayo ang pamagis ang cooperative o galing kay sa mga nag-change ang mga values ang mga cooperative na binagid sa Filipino culture na ningas kugon maayo lang sa primero pagkatapos hindi ma-sustain ang program and besides malaktab sa iba na siguro mga corruption siguro attorney
basically we need to have social preparation and to that extent I'd like to comment ADRA. So if you look at the organizations that were organized by our ADRA here in province of Iloilo in particular, these were not immediately registered as cooperatives, After, I think, if you look at the history, parang nag-umpisa tayong tumulong ng mga organizations dito, particularly in the province of Iloilo, through ADRA, nag-organize tayo ng mga grupo as a response to what happened during Yolanda. So after doon, marami tayong grupo na ina-organize. Eventually, ADRA went to our office few years back. Nagpatulong na kasi nakikita na natin nandun na yung organization, nandun na yung association. But parang you need to leapfrog this organization into becoming business entities. Lagi natin sinasabi in the case of the farmers, for example, if you remain as an association, you will remain as farmers forever. You need to not only remain as a farmer, but become an entrepreneur. There is no money in farming. The real money is in the marketplace.
Yes.
So parang the second phase now of what we are doing is from association, like what ADRA has been doing, to organize them now into an entrepreneurial activity. And that's the time na pumunta yung ADRA, patulong sa mga co-ops nila na naumpisahan, and yung mga association na kung mag-register natin as a cooperative. Because right now we're thinking of, yun nga, sabi natin, we have to teach these people how to become entrepreneurs na. That is where the real money and that is the time. Ito yung life-changing decisions na gawin natin.
Education yung kinanglan, attorney.
Yes. So that's why part of the activity that we're doing, for example, is you train them, you give them the proper values, no? Pag-usapan yung mga values na yan. Then after that, you try to install the system na. No? Parang social preparation, included yan yung pag-prepare, for example, ng book of accounts because now you're going to handle money. Pera ng pag-uusapan. And if you don't know how to record money, yan yung number one na problema lagi.
Simple accounting. Na-train nyo, simple accounting, no?
Yeah, basic na accounting. We do trainings on accounting for non-accountants, how to do the records. Para to a certain degree, alam ng organization where the money is going, how it's being spent, no? Saka ano yung pwedeng pag-investan ng mga pera ng ganyan. So that's the second phase of what we are trying to do right now. No, tulungan sila na later on makakame up ng mga livelihood activities.
On June 8, 2026, a magnitude 7.8 earthquake affected several communities across Mindanao, causing damage to homes, public infrastructure, and community facilities. Many residents evacuated their homes due to safety concerns and continuing aftershocks. In response, ADRA Philippines, together with Southern Mindanao mission leaders and local church partners, is conducting rapid assessments in affected areas. Teams are coordinating with barangay officials, community leaders, and residents to determine the extent of the damage and identify the most urgent needs. The information gathered will guide humanitarian response efforts and help ensure that assistance reaches the communities most affected by this disaster.
Good day. We are currently here in Sarangani Province, one of the areas heavily affected by the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck last Monday. As of June 9, nearly 2,000 families in General Santos City and around 4,000 families across Sarangani have been affected. Many commercial buildings in General Santos sustained damage, while in Sarangani, widespread destruction has left many residents without power, communication, and proper shelter, forcing families to stay in open areas. Assessment by both city and provincial governments is ongoing, as several areas remain inaccessible and some communities remain unreachable due to impassable roads and interruptions in other essential lifelines. This region faces a Cotabato Trench, a major offshore earthquake-generating structure which contributes to its high seismic risk. And we at ADRA Philippines continue to monitor the situation and assess possible interventions to support the affected communities. We are currently here in the municipality of Glan, one of the hardest hit areas following the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck last Monday. The disaster has caused significant damage, with casualties reported and more than 100,000 individuals or around 20,000 families have been affected. Many residents have evacuated to temporary shelters at the municipal plaza as aftershocks continue to be felt, making it unsafe to return home. Just today, the road leading to the municipality of Glan became passable, allowing for relief efforts and assistance to reach the affected communities more easily. The municipality is also experiencing prolonged power interruptions, and affected families are in urgent need of food, clean water, and other essential supplies. And we encourage everybody to continue to pray for our affected communities.
Southern Mindanao Mission, the Adventist Community Service of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. So, naami din karon sa inyong barangay, you're recommended by the municipality, no, na one of course, everyone is affected man, pero kamo po na ko sa recommend na natagyan na mo sa aming assistance, no, from the recent earthquake na inyong na-experience dito sa inyong lugar. I hope ini ko lang mo ang dungag na tabang pod sa pipila pod kaadlaw ninyo na pagkaon.
By the way, si Glass, may pamangkot si Glass, attorney.
Sige, Miss Glenn.
Yes, may pamangkot ako, attorney, no? Ano ang kinalain sang PCDO sa Cooperative Development Authority?
Yeah. Ang Cooperative Development Authority is the regulatory agency. So if you want to be registered as a cooperative, you register with CDA. There are 4 types of business models that we have in the Philippines. Number 1 is single proprietorship. You register that with the Department of Trade and Industry. You have partnerships, you register that with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Pag may corporation, Securities and Exchange Commission. Pero pag co-op, you register that with the CDA. CDA is regulatory, so meron silang function na regulatory at the same time developmental at saka quasi-judicial function. Kami naman, what happens usually is after registration with the CDA, yun yung mga co-punta na sa amin. Because we are the one doing most of the institutional building activities na pwedeng gawin. And up to the financing. Kasi CDA naman, walang perang pautang yan. Pero kami naman, we have our funds. So yun yung ginagamit namin pagtulong sa kooperatiba. Right now, we are also trying to promote itong mga palay production na needs ng mga farmers natin. So in fact, just this afternoon, a few minutes ago, before coming here, nagpa-approve naman ako another additional na 25 million baht dyan. That's for the capital ng mga farmers natin for the palay production na pwede nilang gamitin pambili ng mga inputs.
Bilang ang inyong role sa PCDO, attorney, hindi lamang mag-facilitate, mag-capacitate sa atong mga cooperatives, kundi daw financial institution para naman, daw makabuloy ka mo financially.
Yes. Basically, everything. Networking, linkaging, trying to find a market for them. Lahat yun. No? Parang we want to be as holistic na approach, as much as possible. Anything about cooperative development.
Yes. And, attorney, paano sila maka-avail?
Very simple lang po. They can always go to our office. We're at the 4th floor of the Provincial Capitol Building. And basic lang, probably tawag or bisita sa opisina and we can schedule. Ano yung mga...
Bisan atong salayo sa Mindanao, attorney?
If we are going to be in Mindanao, we have local government units doon. May mga provincial cooperative or city cooperative development officers mo. In most provinces, meron po tayo. So what they can do is they can go directly to their local cooperative development office and ask for the services. Of course, in different LGUs, different programs and project. No? But we always have, in most LGUs, we always have cooperative development officers. No?
May pamangkot rin, attorney, no? Paano buligan sang PCDO ang mga nga maka-access sa funding or loan ang mga magagmay ng mga kooperatiba?
Usually, the usual requirements that we have, not only in our office, but I think this holds true in all other local government units. No? Pinakauna is dapat accreditation with the local government unit. The cooperative should be a member, at least, ng recognized na CSO, no, civil society organization, member of the municipal, city, or provincial development council nila. Kasi doon mag-uumpisa yun. Once you are already accredited, pwede ka na maka-avail. There are some programs of the government, for example, under the Sagip-Saka Act, that's a new law, na nagsasabi na before you can avail of the program, you should be accredited. So what they can do is apply lang. No, for example, in the Department of Agriculture, they can apply under the FIDES accreditation para they can avail of the programs of the government. No? But for me, what is more important is start muna with yung sinasabi ko kaninang social preparation. We should be prepared to handle more money no, para gamitin sa mga projects ng kooperatiba.
Kaya may mga na-meet ako, attorney, labi ni dire sa may dire na sa Iloilo, sa mga barangays, nga ang iban hindi kabalo mag-facilitate bisan pang ilang nga treasurer gakadula ang funding tungod kay nang sa simple accounting plus sa training the account non-accountant to become a good sa pag-handle sang kwarta. Labi na iba nabi hindi man professional bisan pa sa simple accounting do nila mag-gets. Paano naton mabuligan gina attorney nga sa din pinagi sa simple nga pagtudlo sila nga sa din mga accurate sila sa recording sa mga in and out sang kwarta. Simple accounting naman mo.
In our case, we have a dedicated staff na talagang trabaho niyan is to be a roving bookkeeper. So other than the formal training na accounting for non-accountants, we have another training, yung basic accounting for non-accountants. After that, we try to follow up. May mga staff kami na padala namin ng co-op, magko-coaching session din. Pwedeng balik-balikan, weekly, monthly, depende sa need ng organization. We install the system. Because what is more important is you install the proper accounting system. So the book of accounts, yung cash receipt journal, disbursement journal, the ledgers, and how it's being recorded to produce a financial statement. So yun yung mga ginagawa ng opisina.
Yes, and Pastor, may dugan ka?
Thank you very much, attorney. No, subong na doon na kangop ako sa inyong role sa PCDO kag ang mabulig sini sa potential naton ng mga cooperatives. Kay man labi nagisubong sa panahon nato nung kadamo nagid nagapamigado ang mga pila ka mga household subong doy din ang makaya kag pinagi sining cooperative system makabulig man silang panimalay dila mas panimalay ko sa bilog nga sa barangay nila nga sa rin ma-enhance man ang ilang income sa mga family.
Cooperativism is not only being a cooperative, it's about a movement. No?
Yes.
It's about instilling cooperative values among our members. Right? Yes. We believe na, laging sinasabi na, we don't promote cooperatives, but we promote cooperativism as a way of life. Yan yung natin po, mantra natin lagi.
And attorney, may pamangkot din no nga ano ang mga programs ng PCDO nga makabulig sa kooperatiba?
Yun, basically, other than the trainings, no, other than the financing that we are doing, we also conduct livelihood skills training. No? May ginatawag kita in our office, Livelihood Development Center. So what we do is, if there is a need of our members, for example, they would like to learn about meat processing para maging source of livelihood nila, soap making, massage, whatever na pwedeng mapagkitaan. So what we do is we provide them with the trainings. No? So we have a unit to do that. So what they will do lang is request lang for a schedule. Then we will provide the trainers, we will provide even the food no, na kailangan during the training. I think we have conducted several type of training like that sa cooperative na or associations na being assisted by ADLai.
Muna kadami nung natutukan niya attorney ang sa Ahoy no sa pagdumalay ni Ma'am Larne as kamot ang extension ahan sa Hadra Philippines dito sa Iloilo. Nasa din nakita natin very progressive ng mga cooperatives natin sa Northern Iloilo, particularly sa Ahoy kag Concepcion no. Concepcion. Kag actually for the past 5 years nga sa ako nagandol sini nga department nakita ko man dito ang nabuligan gid madamo sa na-bless nga mga families kag sa mga barangays tungod sining program sang cooperative. Kag sa siningapo no ayan sa mga kautor mga kabyanan diri sa Visayas ug Mindanao nakahangop kamo o kung naintindihan ninyo ang mga step by step nga pumagi procedural nga sa din paano mabuligan yung cooperative, paano kamo mapandingan, kag paano kamo makaangkon sang madamo paging informasyon pinagi lang sa pagpagangot sa kay Attorney Art nga sa DNC ang in charge ni sa PCDO dito sa Iloilo as head sa sining
Yes.
department.
And so if I may add, no, if in your respective local government unit, you would like to access ng services ng atong cooperative development officers, you can contact me. Incidentally, I'm also the president of the National League of Cooperative
Wow,
Development Officers of the
wow.
Philippines. No? So we have a network. No, we have local regional officers no, in all the regions of Pilipinas. So we know the people on the ground, and they are actually providing the same kind of basically services that like what we are doing here in Iloilo. We're also trying to organize our own cooperative of local government units, the cooperative development officers, so that we can really reach out to those cooperatives, even in the far-flung areas of our respective local government
Nakita
units.
ko Attorney ang expertise mo gid sa sining nga field no nga duhalo sa siguro kung isulat sa manual siguro ang imong kwando hindi pa kainap ang isa ka 500 pages no kag so sa isa pa lang ni ka aspeto gani sa aton mga nagaplano pang mag-organize ang kooperatiba hindi ko magkalipat sa ngalan ni Attorney Arthur
Cangrejo.
Kangrejo. Doon rin
Cangrejo.
pa mabudlay ang ipuna sa ngalan ni Attorney. Kag tama ka approachable sa attorney.
Yes.
Kag tama siya ka witty no when it comes sa sining kagwapo kag mabuot nga abogado. Simple lang silmo gali kay grabe ang unod sang ulo no, sa sa sining nga linya nga expertise niya. Gani sa sining nga po no before kita mag-close glance ano pa gid ang mga future plans ninyo mga plano sang imo department attorney para sa kauswagan pag isang aton mga cooperatives?
Actually, right now, we're trying to come up with what I would call legacy projects for cooperatives. No? In some provinces, for example, there are some provinces that were known because of the projects being undertaken by the cooperatives. In Batangas, for example, damo dito mga kooperatiba nga ang negosyo is basically, for example, feed milling operations. And they are billionaire cooperatives. In our case here in Iloilo, we are quite young. So we're thinking of trying to come up with what are these possible projects na pwedeng where our cooperatives can initiate that will later on distinguish cooperatives. No, here in the province of Iloilo, we're trying to come up with our figures, how much, for example, is the loan being released by cooperatives to all the farmers province-wide, so that we can present all these figures and give for us to know the impact of what cooperativism is really doing in the province of Iloilo. So, feed milling operations, for example, we're trying to look at cooperatives na pwede mag-join dyan. We're also looking at the possibility of cooperatives joining the mainstream procurement process of the government. No? Kasi as cooperatives, one of the advantage is, other than being tax-free, yung mga basic requirement for cooperatives to join in the procurement, for example, goods and services being requested. Ngayon, in the province of Iloilo, we have around 500 million a rice program. Bibili ang province of Iloilo ng rice, supposed to be from the local farmers. And it is our plan that it should be the cooperatives who should provide this 500 million na rice na needed ng ating local government unit. So, we're trying to come up with these so-called legacy projects, malalaking project na pwedeng puntahan talaga ng co-op. We want to join in the bidding of all the fertilizers, rice, and whatever need ng gobyerno. Kasi umpisa na mga co-op natin dito. We now have several cooperatives who are regularly joining, even in the office supplies of government agencies. We have cooperatives doing that. So we would like to expand this one and really go into the mainstream. Later on, plano nga natin, sa totoo lang po, dapat magmayabang tayo sa co-op later on. Yabang sabihin mo, I work in the cooperative, para yung impression nito, oy, big time yan. Malaking negosyo yan. Here in the Philippines, maliliit kasi mga kooperatiba natin, natin dito. But if you go to other countries, hindi mo lang alam, co-op pala. Hindi mo alam, co-op pala. No? And we would like to have that image later on na cooperatives, you can depend on cooperatives. We are really a part of nation building, no, na maraming maiambag at may tulong ng kooperatiba when it comes to development.
Okay, Abian Glance, basta may dugang ka. Glance?
Yes, Pastor, no, and just attorney, no, may ara kami pamakot na, may ara lang ko ano ang imo nga ihambal nga words of encouragement sa aton mga viewers no to join the co-op?
Yes, ito talagang lagi nating we attend this kind of invitation, for example, because we would like to promote cooperatives. No? Hindi lang cooperatives, sabi ko nga cooperativism as a way of life. No? We like to encourage you because through cooperatives we become entrepreneurs, we become businessmen. No? Hindi tayo mananatiling empleyado lang, farmer ka lang. No, kundi magiging negosyante tayo. We have to teach ourselves how to become entrepreneurs, and we can only do that through cooperativism. In other countries, mga malalaking negosyo doon are cooperatives. No, even here in the Philippines, we are seeing cooperatives that are not from the Philippines but are now expanding their services in the cooperatives. They have been offering us their products na hindi natin alam. Anlin, Anmam, and Angkor, for example, are milk brands that is actually produced by a cooperative in New Zealand. Even Alaska Milk was recently purchased by a cooperative based in Netherlands. Ano na nila yun? Nagiging brand na nila yung Alaska Milk dito sa Philippines.
Yes.
Most people don't know that. Yung pala, kooperatiba yung mga yan. So that is the kind of vision that we have in the cooperative movement. Na later on, sana may mga produkto tayo, sana may mga services tayo that gets noticed by everybody na ay co-op pala yan. So that we can be proud of being a co-op member. Of course, ang dami sa mga credit cooperative natin, ang dami ng pinagraduate na mga bata, maraming mga livelihood projects na finance ng cooperatives. So these are the advantage when you are in the co-op. So join us in the co-op movement.
Yes,
Join us in the co-op movement.
Attorney, thank you very much. No, we don't have a luxury of time. Damo ba tayo sa mga palmungkutanon kay Glance. Pero sa next time around siguro, you still okay pa sa imong imbitaron para sa dili nga sa sining
Anytime,
podcast,
sir,
no?
anytime.
Kaga attorney no, nagapasalamat gid in behalf sang ADRA Philippines kag sa Dris Visayas ako gid nagapasalamat sa ADRA coordinator with Ma'am Laarni with my co-host Glance sang imong paghatag sa sining mabilidhon nga mga impormasyon para sa pagpauswag sa aton mga kooperatiba. Attorney, last word nimo para sa aton parting words para sa aton nga mga kaabyanan nga sa Visayas kag sa Mindanao.
Again, thank you, Paz, and thank you, Mong Glance, no? And of course, ato mga partners, especially sa ADRA, for giving us this opportunity. Ito again, promote cooperativism, not only here in the province of Iloilo, pero sa buong Pilipinas. I hope that you will all join us in the cooperative movement. So we could have a lasting legacy, not only in sa ating mga pamilya, but in the future generation. Salamat po.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much man no, sa aton mga viewers no nga padayon yung nag-upod sa aton asa sa katapusan sa sining episode, and also thank you to my co-host no Pastor Sandy, and to attorney no, thank you so much po sa pag-guest sa amon sa sining episode. And yes, mga Otura, no, hindi ka mo magkalipat to follow the page no na Rise Bismin and the Hope Channel Bukidnon, and also follow us here, the Hope Channel Western Visayas. And hindi ka mo magkalipat, may ara pa kita another naman nga episode no nga inyo naman kabay nga pagatutukan no asa sa katapusan sa aton nga episode. And once again, this is your host Glance Lapostre
And Pastor Sandy Takapan.
nagadulong sa inyo sang istorya sang inspirasyon.
Kag madamo pagid nga mga matahom nga mga pululungon parte na gid sa pagpuswag sa atong kooperatiba sa siningapon ang inyo abyan
Diri lang sa
Uswag
Uswag Livelihood.